And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Now let's go! Blue landed! Blue landed!
They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Broken tackle. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Over. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Green 39. Watch him now, Barney.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Set. 319. 319.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw. And an alley to run. And it's a fumble. And the Buccaneers have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position. Where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, man, it's complete. Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. They shakes it off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Matt Milano in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. The grab made by Kurz over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run here with Freeman. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? Come on. What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit!
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney.
Looking to throw. He finds Humphries. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Detroit! Detroit! Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. But oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They go play action here on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Green 39! Green 39!
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Barney, Barney! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And he is going to lose yardage here.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.